Okay guys, welcome to episode 5 of this series. Today we will be playing Percival in a 6-player game. So if you remember from last time, Percival sees two people, a merlin and a fake merlin. So over here we see that through this sign and this sign. So one of them is merlin, one of them is Morgana, one of them is resistance, one of them is spy. We need to figure out which one is which. Okay, so Hacker picks Steve Dog and Monster. We're going to reject because we're not on it, of course, and we'll see what happens. So as expected, Monster approves, Steve Dog approves, and Hacker rejects. This is standard play. Now Steve Dog, he picks Hacker and me, which is a very interesting move. Now we're going to approve it because we're on the mission. Now remember, there are 2 spies in 6-player missions and 4 resistance. So there is a spy in between Turek and Monster, and there's one more spy between these 3. Now this information is actually very good because that lets us find the spies much easier. Now Turek, he's the hammer, remember? He is potential merlin and he picks another potential merlin as the mission 1 hammer. Now because it's hammer we're going to approve this, but this is a very fishy move to us because we know that one of these is a spy and one of them is merlin. Now merlin of course knows who the spy is, so if Turek was merlin here, he knows that Monster definitely is a spy, but he picked him on mission 1, so things are looking bad for Turek. We can start leaning towards him being Morgana right now, so he made a pretty bad move there. Now we're going to see Monster's move, because Monster, if he is Merlin, he knows that Turek is also Merlin. Is also Morgana here, so he will know that he's bad, but he cannot suddenly take him off because that mission succeeded. If you took him off, that would be suspicious. So this is currently, okay, standard play, but instead he puts Piggy on. So we're going to reject because we're off it. And Monster picking Piggy could mean 2 different things. It could mean that Piggy is good, or it could be bad. Now, if Monster is Merlin, he obviously knows who the spies are. If both of these are spies, I don't think Merlin would intentionally pick both the spies, would they? So Piggy may be resistance for now. So because mission 1 succeeded, we're going to play standard. We're going to pick mission 1 plus ourselves. This way we don't give away too much information. We're going to approve this as well because we picked it and we are on the team. So as expected, all 3 people also approved. Now Hacker here, he just pulled a very surprising move. He just completely avoided mission 1. And he's going to pick Piggy, Steve and me himself off it. Now we're going to approve this still because it could be good. Hacker rejects, Steve Dog approve, I approve, and Piggy rejects because he is the hammer, of course. He probably wants to keep his hammer. He probably wants to be the one to pick the mission 2 team. So that's still understandable, and his reject rather makes him seem more resistant to us now because Piggy wants to be more cautious. Now Steve Dog is going to repick Hacker and me. Not repick, sorry, he's just going to pick himself, Hacker and me. I'm going to reject this because if he's resistance, remember, if he's resistance, then this person or this person is spy. But one of these is spy. But since Steve Dog puts himself and Hacker on, we know this is spy, so we're going to reject this actually. So I'm going to put a spy question mark in between these 2. Now we're going to call this person a spy because of his mission 1 pick. It was just bad. And we're going to call this person Res. Let's change a different color. We're going to call this person Res here. I am of course Res as well, and we can say Piggy is Res for now. Now we need to decide between Hacker and Steve Dog. So now what they're going to say, let's see, so lol pro, Hacker is laughing at my reject because I accused both of them, basically. Steve Dog is saying repick pro's team. My team was myself and mission 1, remember? But of course mission 1 has a single spy on it. One of them is spy, one of them is good. Monster is now saying, I don't like Hack plus Steve. I do Monster, I like Hack and Pro. I first accused mission 1 by the way. So Piggy is now asking, everyone likes Pro, that's true. I like myself, that's what I say. But Hacker is saying, no, Hacker doesn't like me. Piggy, put yourself plus Steve plus me. There is a chance that mission 1 doubled. So now we're talking to Piggy right now to put Steve on me. And we're saying that potentially mission 1 doubled, but of course we know that it didn't double, right? Because there's only one spy. If Steve is spy, mission 2 is going to fail, and that's going to be bad news. But the reason why I choose Steve Dog here is because Hacker is not liking me right now. Everyone likes Pro. Hacker says no. Of course, maybe it's because I rejected him earlier. But we'll see. Don't forget, Hacker made that very, very ballsy pick. He picked me, Steve, and Piggy. Without himself. And we know there's definitely a spy here somewhere. So, the spy might be Hacker. Let's see what Piggy does. So now, Piggy's obviously taking his time here. And I'm going to try and bribe him. Ah, he picks the team that we just asked for. Let's see if this succeeds. So we're going to approve this because it's hammer, of course, and we're going to press succeed. And the mission succeeded. No one voted for failure, so us 3 are clean. Now we can safely assume that Turek is a spy. Perhaps. So Steve Dog is saying mission 1 likely doubled now. I'm going to say I agree. It most likely did. But of course we know that's false because one or the other is a spy and one is a resistance. But we're going to do this, intentionally say that it did float, it double floated, so that we can protect the Merlin, because we are Percival, we are dropping hints with every single pick. So we're going to avoid both of the Merlins to try and hide the true Merlin's identity, which is of course Monster at this stage, because look, Turek, he just took Piggy off. Piggy was on the succeeding mission, he took him off, and we're going to reject it. So now we can say Turek is a spy. Turek is confirmed spy. Just saying. Now Monster, he's going to put himself on. And we're going to reject this to protect his identity, because we know the exact winning team right now. We need to save the Merlin. We need to make sure he does not get shot here. So we're going to reject it, and he's the only one who approved it, which is the right move. If I had just approved that then, there would be 2 approves, meaning that I would be claiming Percival really loudly and telling everyone that Monster is a Merlin. So that's why we reject that, to save the Merlin. Now of course, if I'm accusing mission 1 as double spy, I'm going to have to pick everyone else because there are only 2 spies in the game. So I'm going to pick this and I'm going to press approve. And everyone else should be approving as well, but we'll see. Yes, they all press approve. Now, we know that 95% mission 2 was good. Now remember, Hacker is the spy here, so he failed it there. So we're going to call for a repick mission 2. And you can see Steve Dog here is also trying to do something else. Hacker is a spy, Monster is resistance. I'm going to call for a repick mission 2. Repick mission 2. Now Hacker is saying that mission 2 actually floated, so Steve is a spy. So now, Steve Dog or Hacker, we're not exactly sure which one is the true spy and which one is the resistance, but if we look at the Monster RP, so the one who's Merlin, remember, Merlin, his pick just then over here, sorry, I just covered that. But over here, we can see that he picked himself, he just added himself onto mission 3, onto mission 2. Mission 2 was all clean. He's saying that that team was clean. So that's why we're going to ask for a repick of mission 2. I'm going to call for a repick of mission 2 because remember, mission 2, if we succeed the next mission, we already have 3 succeeds. This will let us win. And then spies will have to shoot the Merlin. I think we did quite a good job at protecting the Merlin. Merlin should not get shot here. So Hacker's a spy. He's trying to pull the resistance over to his side by saying, you know, Monster is a resistance here. He's going to pick that. He's accusing me and Steve Dog here. So I'm going to reject this. And he's the only one who approved it. Spies are dead. Monster is now saying M4 doubled. Now, if we're Percival, we know that 100% sure. Oh wait, what is he talking about? Mission 4 doubled or mission 3 doubled? I'm going to approve this. Mission 3 didn't double. So, now Merlin is saying that mission 3 doubled. Now, the chance of that happening is very low. Actually, it's impossible because we know one of the spies is down here, right? One of the spies is down here. You cannot have 2 spies in us 3, right? Because one of them has to be down here. So that's why we know that he's actually lying here. Either he's lying or he's trying to cover up himself. We're going to reject this, because Turek is a spy, yeah? Now Monster, he's the merlin, he should be the merlin, he has the hammer, so he can decide the final pick. Now we're going to talk to him. Monster, you must re-pick M2, or you will be called a spy forever. Okay, so he doesn't listen to me, and Merlin wants to pick his own clean team, so he just takes me off in here. Yeah, I don't know why. So I'm going to prove this, and you can see the last two people rejected. Now, remember the golden rules? If you are spy, and if the resistance is about to win on the very last thing, you are allowed to reject like they are. Just in case their last resistance doesn't approve, they can win instantly by rejection of hammer. So, obviously we know that is clean. That went ahead, the mission succeeded, no one voted for failure. So that's how we can play Percival. Now, we need to hope that Monster does not get shot. Let's erase some of this now, because we know who the spies are. The spies are Turek and Hakkar. It's general manners for resistance to be quiet during the assassination, to let the spies discuss and let them decide who to shoot. So you can see here in the spies discussion, Turek is saying Monster is definitely VT, and VT is Vanilla Town, which is, once again, a resistance member who is not Percival and is not Merlin, so they know nothing, they have no information. We played Percival this round, so we have information that doesn't count as VT. So Turek is calling Monster a definite VT, so which is very good for us, because they're obviously going to not shoot him then, when he is the actual Merlin. So things looking good for us. Game over. So you can see they shot Steve Dog, which is very good for us, because now we won. So that's how you can play Percival. Save your Merlin by dropping false hints to the spies once you know who the Merlin is. Once you know who the Merlin is, you can do whatever you want, you can try save him as hard as you can, and then win the game like that. Of course, Piggy deserves a lot of that, I guess, credit for the win, because he picked the clean mission too. He listened to me when I asked for that team to be picked. Right, so that wraps up this episode. I'll see you in the next one. See you.